I'm going to read a small paragraph. It's the intro of an article, and then I'm gonna try to break it down in my own funny way. In the following article, the doctrine that what we call learning is really a remembering, and that our knowledge is by participation in the omniscience of an immanent spiritual principle. It will be traced in India and Platonic texts. This corresponds in the same perennial philosophy to the doctrine that the beautiful is such by a participation in beauty, and all being a participation of being absolutely. So learning is not really learning, is it? It's more like a remembering. You get sometimes those feelings, something is familiar, right? Like a deja vu, and you identify easy with it. It comes to you, and it's so easy and smooth, and you just take it spiritually. Take it. It's so easy. Maybe you're just remembering a past life, because the omniscience, this knower of everything, is this immanent spiritual self, and the spiritual self has lived many, many lives, and of course acquired many, many wisdom and knowledge, right? You don't really learn anything if the spirit doesn't allow it, you know? So you can shove down your throat tons and tons of empirical knowledge, which modern schools are really pro at. And I don't know, in some years you're already forgotten about everything because it didn't make any sense to the spirit, you know. Likewise, you can, be in a car crash and lose your memory or something, and all those years you memorized, that stuff is gone. But when you come to your senses, you can still navigate this world. You can still talk and etc. But what wasn't important is gone. Yeah. But what is important is still with you. Like some people who lose physical brain due to some freakish accident or I don't know disease, and they are missing most of the brain, but they still function. It's incredible because we are spiritual, and the spiritual is not in the body. One of the oldest phrases in scriptures, in old, philosophy, etc., is that the soul is not in the body. And it's crazy how some have interpreted the soul doesn't exist. I mean, no, it's just not in the body. What are you talking about? Anyway, it says that this immanent spiritual self is uh, remembering is by participation in the immanent spiritual self. See, the spiritual self is present, and you participate with the spirit. There's an identification, right? You participate because it's you, right? And the same thing happens in beauty. Beauty is objective. Beauty is 100% objective. Even babies acknowledge beauty. Babies that haven't been stained by the corruption of the world, they identify beauty. If you show them beautiful things, they will be happy. If you show them ugly things, they will be sad and cry. I mean, that's just empirical, that's just provable, scientifical. So, Beauty is what's beautiful is a participation in beauty. Beauty, like the truth, like the soul, is omniscient, omnipresent. It doesn't have an expiration date. Yeah. So you could say the spiritual is beautiful, sure. And what about the material? Is that when you look at something, you immediately can tell, oh, that's beautiful. You know, that happens sometimes, right? And you can try to prove it scientifically. There's a motorcycle passing by. I hate these things. There you go. Nothing against it, but these things are death traps. Whenever young people arrive at the hospital, the first thought is like, was this a motorcycle accident? These things are horrible. Anyway, let's go back to the beautiful. Um, Objectively, in nature, when you look at something, you're like, God damn, that's beautiful. It's because beauty is participating in the omniscient beautiful. It is ratios and proportions. When the beautiful manifests in this world, it is all about ratios and proportions. You look at it, oh, that's beautiful. For instance, there are these artists, that use the golden ratio all the time, and that's the manifestation of the beauty of the beautiful in the material world. It's the golden ratio or the divine ratio or the Fibonacci syncpit or whatever you want to call it, 1 1 2 3 5, etc. Directors, they use it in their food in their videos. Artists, they use it in their canvas. It's all about the golden ratio. You know, when you look sideways to the golden ratio, you know, geometrically, it looks like an hourglass. Yeah, it's a toroidal field. It looks like an hourglass. If you look at, from up, it looks like a spiral. And there's centripetal and centrifugal forces in this spiral, one going out, the other going in. That's the beautiful, and that's why religions, they have a pine cone. I got one pine cone here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a spiral going out, another going in. It's easily seen when these things are open. Now it's wet, it's closed, but I heard that if you have one of these things open, they will close on their own if rain is coming. So it's a good, you know, natural divination object. Look at that. I don't know if the camera can capture. I can see it naked eye. The spiral. Anyway, another motorcycle. Come on. So, and the being is a participation of being, absolutely, because beauty, the soul, beauty, being, it's all the same thing. We're talking about this omniscient principle self. Being is a participation in ultimate being. We are the microcosm. We are the cosmic self experiencing individuality. You know, once I've read somewhere that it's almost like the cosmic self, you know, which is inside. The cosmos is inside you. Is projecting this reality through the eyes, this holographic reality, and matter and everything that you are seeing is also a projection of the eye of the sun. And every ray of sunlight is like a string that goes to each and every one of us, controlling this body like a puppeteer. When you are looking, you know, at the stars, you are looking inside, actually. You are looking towards the inside. Being is a participation in ultimate being. Beauty is a participation in ultimate beauty. And knowledge is remembering because it's a participation on this immanent spiritual self. I mean, I don't like when this information gets twisted because we are one, in this line of thinking. We are one. And whenever we look at each other and we see beauty and we see resemblance, we see likeness, we are identifying, with ourselves, basically. So, like I said in a early, out of charity, you ought to treat yourself better because doing that, you are treating others better simultaneously, or treating others better, you are treating yourself better. It's the same thing. Of course, if they deserve it, of course. What I don't like is when the spirit of oneness gets hijacked by politics, you know. They completely distort the meaning of this philosophy and for their own selfish, purposes. Anyway, I think I'm gonna shut up because it's getting cold and I'm going home now. Yeah. Have a nice day.